Hello, everyone. I'm Rhonda Kelly. Welcome to my live Friday the 13th at 13:13 p.m. How cool is that? So I hope everyone's having a very lucky day and enjoying Friday the 13th. I know I'm coming to you at a different time slot, but I've got some amazing guests. I do want to introduce them and talk about what we're doing for the rest of the year, so that in upcoming months. And we're actually going to have a little competition. So please write your name in the comments so that I know you're watching. Looks like I've got a few people watching already. I just want to see your name. If you're happy to be a part of the competition, that's great. Just put your name. If you're not happy to be a part of the competition, maybe do an N next to your name. But we're basically going to ask you questions and you've got to guess the answer to them and really trust your intuition. So if you subscribe to me or you are intuitive and all the rest of it, just want to test your intuition with quizzes about ourselves and the guests, so you'll get to know them as well. So first of all, I'm going to I'll welcome everyone to the stage. So I've got Louise. Hello.
Hi,
We've
Rhonda.
got
Hi, everyone.
Tinker. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
And Torspel. Hello.
Hi.
How are you all?
Very
Right.
well.
Good, thank
Beautiful.
you.
Everyone's being shy. No one's actually written their name yet. So that's going to be interesting for a competition because what you're going to be winning is a reading with me. So if you'd like a reading with me, you need to be a part of the competition, which means answering our questions. So let's hope they do that.
You've got to be in
Alrighty.
it to win it. Have a go.
Absolutely.
Have a guess.
Absolutely.
Don't
So
do
just
boring.
yeah, that's it. All right, we've got a comment. Awesome. Claire, hello, and Jason. Hello, how are you? So if you're happy to be a part of the competition, that's great. You don't have to do anything. If you're not happy, do an N. Right, no, you're not happy. But if you'd like to win a reading with me, alrighty. So I'm just going to introduce why I brought these guests on. So next month, obviously, I've got the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival. I'm at that festival with Torspel and Tinker. We're going to be at CO5 on the 17th to 20th of December, and we're doing readings as well. So that's why I've got you two. And then in November, I've got the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival at B07. What we've also got, if you can see my shirt, Oddities and Curiosity Expo, we've got an expo in basically, can't find it, Adelaide. So I'm doing that one 30th of November to 1st of December. Then Brisbane, 7th and 8th of December. I haven't actually got anyone from Brisbane here in the studio, but Lisa, if you've seen her at the Brisbane Mind Body Spirit Festival, she's going to be joining me at Oddities. Then in Melbourne, I've got Louise joining me. So that's on the 15th and 17th of December. And Louise, you've got some interesting products too that you'll be selling. Are you happy to show us those?
Sure. Well, I'm a writer, but I also make things in the, oh, hang on, it's the opposite way. In the background, there's a few of the bookmarks. I sort of started making these just for friends, and then I started making so many, I thought I should probably sell them. But I've got, over here, sorry, excuse me. They're just, a lot of them are made from recycled jewellery. So I've got a series of them that are a bit blingy. But then I've got other ones that are a little bit more, well, they're like my earrings. Like these ones are spider themed. There.
Yeah, I think they're my favourite, the spider ones.
I like that.
One more I'll show you. Where is it? There's a whole lot of them. I just make different ones for, well, whatever I've got, I have a play with. These are cocktail themed to match the cards. So yeah. So
Yeah,
I'll be selling a range of those and my cocktail cards. And if you've sat in on one of Rhonda's other readings recently, she's been using them. Yeah, look, Thanks.
Yeah, they're beautiful, beautiful cards, really are.
So I've got those, and I've got the matching cocktail book, and I did all the photography, I did all the research, so it's 100% a product by me. So yeah, so I'll be selling those at the Mind Body. No, not the Mind Body. At
The
the
Oddities and
Expo.
Curiosities.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. And then in the following week, so before Christmas, we'll be at the Sydney Showgrounds for the Sydney Oddities. And that's where I'll be joined with Torspel and Tinker. So, Tinker, would you like to tell everyone what type of readings you offer?
So I am a psychic medium. I smell, taste, hear, feel things. Sometimes you will have the spirit literally standing in front of you. Other times it's just hearing messages. I do psychometry, which is holding an object that belongs to you and giving you a reading that way. I can connect sometimes via medical conditions that are around. But yeah, it's a wide range of modalities that come through on a reading. I don't really control what comes through. It just comes through on the time for however that person needs to receive the message.
Yeah, beautiful.
I
Thank you.
also do have my oracle decks with me too. Some people like tangible evidence.
Yeah.
So I will have my oracle decks with me so they can shuffle, they can pull cards and see if that correlates with everything that I've said previously.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for that. And Torspel, would you like to tell everyone what type of readings you'll be offering?
I'm not only just doing readings. I'm going to be selling my Norse
Yes.
jewelry
At
and wares.
Oddities. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm going to be doing that in Melbourne as well. That's my plan.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, beautiful.
I do these beautiful wire style. That's better.
Yeah, beautiful.
I do wire work. I do leather work. I do witchy stuff. So pretty much that, and also reading. So I'm a psychic medium as well. I do shamanic style readings with my tarot cards, and I do runes. I'm a rune caster and also a shaman. So I mix kind of that energy together. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And don't forget, you actually do Auslan readings too.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you do. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. The only thing I know is thank you. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Yeah. I mean, great. You've all got great energy. So really looking forward to working with you again. And I'm obviously a psychic medium, so I do readings much the same as Tink. Actually, I hold an item of jewelry called psychometry. I hear, see, smell, feel, taste. I use all my senses, and I do mediumship as well, animal communication, dream interpretation, a whole range of things. Yeah, no reading's the same, but that's basically what we're offering. Alrighty, I think we'll get started on the competition. I just want to say, I'll start off. So it looks like we've got 4 people in the running. It looks like we've got Claire. Hello.
Hi, Claire.
Stephanie. Hello.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi,
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
And Robert.
Hi, Robert. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, it looks like I've got a few more people watching. If you want to write down your name, I can put you in a competition. And this is the competition prize. So the prize winner wins a 20-minute reading with me, valued at $80. I'm actually going to give away 2 prizes, though. I'm also going to give away a booby prize. So the winner gets the reading with me. The loser, the person who has the least amount of points, will be getting something random that I post. It could be a packet of something. It could be a packet of oracle cards. Could be a packet of food. Could be something random. So it just depends on what I feel like on the day. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to start with the first one. I have a card in my hand from The Occult Tarot by Travis McHenry. I want you to guess what that card is. So this is for the people. So this is for Stephanie, Nancy, Robert, Claire, and anyone else watching. If I haven't read out your name, you need to write down your name so that I know that I can register your answer. So I'm going to give you a hint. This is in one of the major arcana cards. It's also Friday the 13th. So I want you to guess what that card is and just write down your answer. Hi, Malvina. So this is started the competition. The first question, you've got to write down, type your answer to the card. And if you're thinking of an answer and someone else has written it, that's okay. You can write that too. Claire says the Fool. Okay. Any other guesses? Okay, we have a winner. Nancy, the Death card. So that's a Major Arcana card. That's obviously representing, you know, transformations and changes. Could mean death, but it's usually the ending or starting. So thank Nancy, you're the winner for that one. Alrighty, well done. Okay, who'd like to ask the next question?
Out of us four?
Yeah, out of you guys. Yeah.
Well, I've got a quick one.
Go on.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I want you guys to guess what is in my cauldron.
Wow.
I want you to think of the shape, the color, what it feels like, and the person that's closest to it or gets it will win. So you've got a few opportunities to gain some points for this one. What is in my cauldron?
So shape, color.
Yeah. Is it plastic? Is it metal? Is it wood? Is it square shaped? Is it round? Is it an animal? Is it living?
Okay, so just and when you're tuning into this, you basically it's you know you clear your mind, you tune into the object, and then it's the first thing that comes to mind. So remember all your psychic senses. You could see something, you could hear something, you could smell something, taste something, feel something, or just have a knowing. Hi Nicole, how you going? Robert Wilson says a black cat.
Well, the black is correct, so he gets a point for black.
Okay, so a point for you, Robert, for black. Stephanie, I might just call you Jason because I'm getting confused with that. So moon, plastic crescent.
No, none of those.
White. Scarf, soft, light, warm colours.
No.
I don't know if I said this.
No, Claire.
Hi, Nicole. You looks like you've joined us later. So we're doing a competition. The winner wins a reading with me. Tinker has a cauldron, and I want you to guess the item in the cauldron. So either a shape, colour, what's the use. So we've already got a clue in that the colour is black. What do you think the object is? So we've given 1 point to Robert because he's guessed black. Nancy's also on 1 point because she guessed the Death card in tarot. So guys, if you're watching, Malvina says cat.
Not a cat.
Not a cat. Okay. Let's hope you haven't got a live cat in there.
No, they're in the next room.
Claire says black onyx heart.
No.
No. Okay. That's all right. So it's a black something.
Would you like like a clue?
We've just got two more. Tourmaline crystal, black candle.
No to either of those.
Okay. Yeah, if you just give us a clue.
It is an animal of the goddess of the underworld.
Animal of the goddess of the underworld. Jason said spider.
No.
Okay. A black animal, the goddess of the underworld.
This
Snake?
animal belongs to the goddess of the underworld, not a snake.
No. Bat?
No.
No. Okay. Alrighty. Now I'm confused. I don't even know what it is.
I know what it is.
You know what it is? Black crow?
No.
No. Wow.
Would you like me to show you all what it was?
A lynx? I'm not even sure what a lynx is, but that's the answer.
A lynx is like a cat.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay.
Would you like me to show you?
One more answer. I've got rat.
No.
Okay, sure. That's right.
It is Cerebus,
Oh,
Hecate's
oh,
dog,
beautiful.
her three-headed dog.
Oh, I love that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes.
Black deer. No deer, it's not right. Okay, so if you're just joining us now, you've still got time to be a part of the competition. We're asking you questions. So far, I've only given away 2 points. If you'd like to write your name in the comment with your answer when we ask a question. Alrighty, who would like to ask the next question?
May I?
Sure.
It's sort of a mixture of witchy and not witchy. It's sort of like the question is, where was the last place I lived before New South Wales and where?
Okay, wow, interesting. All right. So this is a question about Torspell. Where was the last place she lived before New South Wales? So presumably that is in Australia, and presumably it's a state other than New South Wales, and it's a state, not a territory. So, okay, so we've had 2 people guess Perth. No, so it's not Perth, so we're narrowing it down. So I think we've talked about this during our lives. Who's got any idea? Victoria? No? Oh, I should let you answer. Sorry.
Well,
so
it's sort
what's
of a
left?
trick question with that one, but it wasn't the last place, no.
Oh, Malvina's.
No.
Malvina.
Yes, but
Yes.
where?
Okay. Well, I'm giving Malvina 1 point for Tasmania.
Yeah.
I know you've said Tassie as well, Jason, but I'm giving it to the first person who's guessed it. Are you guessing it? Okay, so if anyone has any clue about whereabouts, Hobart, was it?
Sort of.
Would Hobart be the closest city?
Hobart's the closest city, but it's not Hobart.
Okay. I might just give it to Robert for Hobart because I personally don't.
Before Robert.
Sorry?
Claire had it before Robert.
Oh no, it was actually Robert first.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Oh, yeah, and I just put it there. No, because I personally only know about 3 place names in Tasmania, so I'm not expecting them to guess it. Louise, would you like to ask a question or tell us a story?
I actually have just, while everyone's been doing this, I've thought of a good question.
Great.
So I'll go with something short first. Is anyone able to pick the year of Australia's first written and recorded ghost story?
Oh, wow. What a fantastic question.
What a great question.
What is the year of Australia's? Was it Australia's?
Australia's, yeah.
First
So
ghost story.
I'll give a clue because we've got a lot of
Sure.
time since Australia became a colony.
Mm.
It was when the colony wasn't very old.
I know it.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say it.
Wow. So Jason has said 1888.
Should I do a higher or lower? Do you think?
Yes. Yeah.
Lower.
Okay. So that starts your answer, Claire. We got a lower. Malvina says 1820.
Higher.
Wow. So between 1820 and 1888. What a great story.
That's really cool.
Okay. That's out of the range 1790. So we're between 1820.
I'm
So
on a conference call.
1820 to 1888.
Yeah.
Robert has said 1850.
Oh, it's getting closer.
Or close,
A bit higher.
a bit higher, so that's not it.
Sorry,
Higher
Malvina.
than 18 1850. Nancy has said 1856.
Lower.
Wow.
Oh, now
so
it gets
exciting.
fun. Now it
So the
gets
team-
fun, people.
Okay, 1853.
Yep, Claire's the winner.
Wow, well done, Claire.
That was
Um,
good.
Are you able to tell us the story?
Oh, well, I haven't gotten this one written down. It's quite long, but I can tell you a little bit about it. It was called Fisher's Ghost, and it was about I wish I'd read it a bit more, but it was about a guy there'd been a murder, and the murdered person came back, and so it was set in Campbellfield, and there's actually a whole festival in Sydney every year now that's around Fisher's Ghost. So it runs for over a week, and they have story prizes and art prizes. It's really quite fascinating. So, yeah,
Wow.
it's got quite a bit of history that we've actually managed to keep.
Oh, that's brilliant. Beautiful.
I'm writing that down because I'm going to go and look at that story after this because that's intrigued me.
I think I'll post it on my pages. That's pretty cool. All right, I
I
might
like
ask
the story of Betty Bow from
Betty
Sydney
Bow.
Rocks. Yeah, from Sydney Rocks area.
Yeah, I think I went on a Rocks tour and I heard about that.
Mm.
All right, I'm going to, if you've watched any of my lives, you know that I offer a discount for the Curious Humans game with the code name Rhonda Kelly. I've got a card from the Morbid deck. I have buried a pet in the backyard. I want you to tell me whether it's true or false. For me personally, I've had a pet died. I've had a shovel, dug a hole and buried a pet. Have I done that? Is that true or is that false? Oh, everyone's gone quiet. They don't want to judge.
Yes.
Malvina, true? Yes. Yes, it's true. We've probably got a bit of a pet cemetery, pet yard on the backyard. Yes, so Malvina, you get a point for that one. All right. I just want to ask another question. This is about a bit about my family history. The Titanic sunk on the 15th of April 1912. My grandmother was she was in London on that night. I just want to ask, what was my grandmother doing the night the Titanic sunk? Was she A, out dancing? Was she B, at the theatre? Or was she C, watching TV at home? I want you to guess what my grandmother was doing. So on the night the Titanic sunk, my grandmother was in London. Was my grandmother A, out dancing? B, at the theatre? Or C, watching TV at home? Malvina says dancing. So Malvina and Claire say at the dancing. Okay, both wrong. It's actually Robert again, at the theatre. So yeah, she was at the theatre actually. And the play hadn't actually started. And the manager of the show came out to announce that the Titanic had sunk. And the actors were all upset by that. Everyone was upset by that. And the play didn't go on. The play was cancelled. So that's, and that I've been putting that in my book in researching my family history. Yeah, that's right. It's a bit of a trick question. TV wasn't invented. That's right. Because you asked about that recently, Louise. When did TV come to Australia?
1920s TV was invented.
I believe 1956 for the Olympics, and in the 70s it was colour. Was it?
Yeah, it was. I haven't gotten exactly to when the colour was, but in the 1950s we had our first actual broadcast because TVs were really expensive, and we were behind America. Like they'd already had TV since the 1950s, early 1950s. So they had a whole lot of shows, which is why when we got television here, most of it was American stuff.
Yeah.
Like, all produced over there. And I think we had a few, Graham Kennedy and a couple of other, the news was live, and I think there was something else for the first few years until we could get our act together and produce some other stuff. So yeah, it was quite interesting. And it only aired. Oh, sorry, I've got full of interesting facts. And it only aired for, when it first started, for 4 hours a day. So between 6 and 10. So you think about got now, and it's like you can watch anything anytime. People would have been waiting for the 6 o'clock shows to come on. So
yeah. Amazing.
Different work.
Amazing.
Completely different
Tinker,
world.
are you happy to ask the next question?
Yes. So
Okay.
I've actually got 3 little stories. 2 of them are true and 1 of them is false.
Wow.
I
okay.
want you guys to choose 1, 2, or 3 and tell me which one is false. So the first one was, when I was in my early teens, we went to Australia's Wonderland and we got stuck on the pirate ship. It was also when we had the bushfires and we couldn't get home. So we were stuck on Hornsby train station and at the Scout Hall. It took us 2 days to get home, and there was 9 of us, and the oldest was 16 and the youngest was 13. The second story, I broke the storage unit lift. I bought all my stuff, was moving it all into my storage unit. I thought I had pulled the trolley in all the way. The doors came down. We got stuck between the floors. I was with a friend who's not very empathic and doesn't know how to console people when they're having a meltdown. So she's like, they're there. I was panicking that I was going to be bankrupt and had to pay for this. But now there is tape inside the lift and a sign saying everyone must stand within the tape and away from the doors. The third one is, while driving, I hit a kangaroo. I was driving home from work and a kangaroo jumped in front of my car, which made me push and swerve into the keep left sign just before the Toohey Road overpass. I pulled over. The only thing that was broken under the car was the water that held the windscreen wiper water. If it was an inch to the middle, the whole engine would have been destroyed. I didn't walk away with any cuts or any bruises. I was completely protected.
Beautiful.
Which one of those stories is false? 1, 2, or 3?
Okay. Malvina says 1. Chaley says 2. So we've got 1. Got 2 from Chaley. So most people think the first story is false.
The first story is true.
And the last one, and Jason says the last one. So we've got an answer for 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, okay. So the first 2 were true. The third one, I didn't swerve because a kangaroo hit me. I actually passed out behind the wheel because I was sick and hit the keep left sign.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow.
So
okay.
well done, Jason.
Yeah, well done. All right, thank you for that. Torspel, do you have any other stories or interesting facts? Sure.
You know me, quirky.
Yeah. Your nails are better than mine.
I know. Right, my question is, why is Friday 13th called Friday the 13th, and what's the history about it?
Wow, great. Okay, so why is Friday the 13th called Friday the 13th? What's the history about it? So would you be happy for a keyword or something like that? Just if someone has an idea. So what's your feeling about Friday the 13th?
Personally, for me, Friday the 13th is actually a really lucky day for me. Normally, really good things happen for me on a Friday the 13th. So I usually look forward to them.
So Nancy says, "Oh, hellos." Claire says,
No.
"Superstition."
No.
For me, Friday the 13th is always entertaining because I had a brother that was born on Friday the 13th and he had the worst luck. He'd have to
No.
buy 2 different shaped shoes. He'd just do stupid things, and I was always entertained by him.
Nothing to do with Christianity. It's nothing to do with the Black Death of England either.
Okay, you might see if there's another answer. This might be a tough one.
Have I won on this one? Have I?
Yeah, you've won the reading with me, Torspell, for spiritual guidance. Okay, so Charlie has said Friday the 13th combines 2 taboos that come from the Bible, according to Stevens, based on the story of the Last Supper of Jesus. 13 people were seated at a table, and it happened on a Thursday.
No.
Claire says witches.
Little bit.
Charlie says he was arrested that evening and crucified the next. Oh, so that's a continuation. Jason, probably some king or emperor had a mishap.
No.
Well, is Claire on the right track with witches?
Claire's on the right track.
Okay, I think we give it to Claire. Are you happy to tell us?
Right. Friday the 13th is related to the 13 cycles of the moon. It's also related to the 13 cycles of women menstruation periods. It represents 13 witches in a coven, and so there's a bit of planetary as well as that's why it's related to witches.
Yeah, okay, interesting. Thank you for that. Beautiful.
Right.
Louise, your turn.
My turn. Okay. I'm going to share an experience I had and give you some options to guess what happened at a particular point. It was a really interesting experience. In 2015, a few years ago now, I actually got a grant to stay at a creative writing retreat at a haunted asylum. So it was, like what they used to call a lunatic asylum, where they had all the unwell patients, mentally unwell. But really, people would go into them. Sometimes women could be signed in just because their husbands didn't like them. It was pretty atrocious, actually, back in the past. But anyway, so I got the grant and I attended. For this retreat, it ran the Friday to the Sunday, but so we would be sleeping on site, actually in the asylum, all of those nights. I went up a day early because I got a lift with someone who was in one of the other groups. There were 2 creative groups. There were the writers, and then there were the paranormal investigators. So it was a bit of an interesting mix. So I got a lift up with one of the paranormal investigators. And I was there a day early. So there were a group of them that were already there on the Thursday. Now, that evening, we just potted around, and, daylight is like a completely different space, so I won't go talking about that. But when it came to time to sleep in this really old building that was built in 1867 and had been pretty much neglected for many years, peeling paint and spider webs and, just all of the real spooky things. I was set in a room on my own, which was a really big dormitory, which would be filled with all the other writers, but they hadn't come. And all the paranormal investigators went down the other end. The hosts, Jeff and Dawn, were in a little quiet room nearby, sort of next door to the big room. Anyway, I lay on this mattress, tried to get to sleep. Oh my God, it just wasn't happening. The place was just so full of stuff and you could feel it. And I was absolutely terrified. So I dragged my mattress out like a kid and put it outside Mum and Dad, Dawn and Jeff, outside their door, just so I could be near somebody else. Anyway, I spent the night like this, like keeping my eyes firmly shut. And during the evening, I kept feeling this sense of it's okay, it's all right. It was like a whisper in my ear. But instead of it being soothing, it actually terrified me. And with my hands like this, it felt like someone was trying to stroke my hand, like when they give you comfort, that feeling of just, it's all right, it's all right. So I sort of hid them under the doona because I thought, what the hell is that? Anyway, in the morning, I finally, this is where the questions come. Hang on one second. Oh, and I've probably ruined it now, but anyway. This would happen if I didn't stick to my notes. So, questions were going to be, was in the morning, did I decide to, A, get the hell out of there and go home? 2, finally get to sleep? Or 3, what was the third one? Decide to pack up and go and stay in the motel nearby.
Okay, so 1 was you left, 2 was finally got to sleep,
Yep.
and 3 was stay in a motel nearby and obviously continue the retreat. So we've got 3 that you could stay in a motel and continue the retreat. We've got 2 that you finally got to sleep. Or A was, what was A again?
That was
I've
just
lost
got the hell out of there.
Yeah, you just got out of it. Yeah, so what did you end up doing?
I went to sleep at dawn. So once the sun rose, I went to sleep.
Okay, so you finally got to sleep. So is it the second one, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's Claire who's won that.
And can I tell you the end bit about the
For
spooky?
sure.
All right. So, yeah, sorry I nearly ruined it too. I'm lucky I stopped. And good on you, Claire. So the end, what I found out the next day, we did a history tour of the asylum because people in the paranormal group are also guides. Some of them were. And it was a very interesting tour to hear stories about, what had happened. Now, one of the characters at the asylum was a woman named Matron Sharp. Now, she was known for her kindness to patients and always tried to do things to improve the quality of their life around the asylum. Like she put up curtains. She was just known as a very kindly woman. Now, it was said that even after her death, she was seen holding the hands of patients when they were having therapies. So she was known to be the one who sort of comforted them. So that next day, I think I was probably even more terrified than the night before.
Yeah.
But really, if it was
she was probably the one that was stroking your hand, telling you everything was going to be okay.
Yeah. And that's why
she was comforting you the way she would comfort the patients.
Yeah.
But I was afraid instead. Yeah.
What was that tall spell?
Oh.
You literally felt sharp.
You felt sharp.
Yeah, so that was really interesting because I had the experience before I had the understanding. So it sort of made it a little bit more valid that that's kind of who was hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a similar spooky tale. This is my next question. I stayed overnight in Carbisdale Castle in Scotland, which was a part of the youth hostels when I stayed there. It had all white statues. It was pretty creepy looking. It was majestic, but also creepy. It was fine during the day, but once it started getting dark, it was a bit creepy. So as you do in your 20s and staying in a youth hostel, you make friends with other people and you go to the pub. So we went across, it was sort of like a little 5-minute walk across the little bridge and, went to a pub. Coming home from the pub, going back to the youth hostel because we were all staying there, I have 3 scenarios of what happened. First one is we walked back across the little bridge, went into the hostel, and we each had a paranormal experience. We each saw the same ghost, and we had conversation and thought, that's strange. That's like a normal conversation, but some people were more aware than others of seeing a ghost. The second option is that we got lost on the way back to the castle. Mind you, it's a very big castle, but we got lost. And there was a delay, a significant delay in getting back to our room because we were lost. The third scenario is we're going back to the castle and then decided to go to another pub. So just wondering if it's 1, 2, or 3. So staying at a haunted castle in Scotland, Carbisdale Castle. What did we do? Did we go back and talk to a ghost? Did we, so that's number 1. Number 2 is, did we get lost? Number 3 is, did we go to another pub? Okay, and we have a winner, Jaya. We got lost. This was a massive, massive castle. And I don't know whether, and it was all majestic, lit up. And wow, we must have drunk a lot that night because we walked straight past the castle and we walked all the way down. And then there was a car that we finally saw on this road and said, "Where's the castle?" It said, "It's up the hill. You walk down the hill." So we had to walk up the hill and it was becoming daylight. And by the time we got to sleep, I could hear birds. So we had a pretty big night out, and then we spent the next day on the bus. So, hi Desiree, how you going? So that's my one. I have another true or false question. This is a card for me. I have touched a dead body. I want you to tell me if it's true or false. So that's for another point. Yes, so Malvina's won that one. Yes, I have touched a dead body. I gave my brother a kiss in his coffin. I said goodbye. Yeah, so that's true. Alrighty. Tinker, did you have another one?
I actually do.
Yeah.
Yes, yesterday, one of my great grandmother, she shows herself to me as an animal. I would like you guys to guess what animal she shows herself to me as.
Wow, what a great question. So she shows us when you see her in spirit, she shows you an animal,
Yeah,
herself as
she's
an
this
animal.
particular animal.
Beautiful. So can you intuitively pick up on what that animal is? Bird, Claire says.
No.
Oh, raven. Bird. Cat.
No.
Butterfly.
Butterfly is the closest thing that's been said so far, but no.
Okay. Okay, so something like a butterfly then. Is it a dragonfly?
No.
Bee?
No.
Okay.
The bee is probably getting closer in size.
Moth?
Nope.
Caterpillar?
Nope.
Ladybird?
Yes.
Wow, Nancy, well done.
And a little black and yellow one that I collected yesterday.
Oh, that's amazing.
In there.
Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Alrighty, I'm just aware that we're almost out of time. I might ask one more question just for me. I want to say that the World Trade Center attacks were on the 11th of September 2001. I just want to ask you, where in the world was I when that happened at that exact moment? Was I in A, Australia, B, Egypt, or C, the US? So where was I during the World Trade Center attacks? A, Australia, B, Egypt, or C, the US? Malvina says C, the US. No. So you got a 50-50 now. The US, no. Yes, Claire, I was in Egypt. Well done, Claire. Okay, so I've been keeping track. Does anyone have any other questions they want to ask? I know you've each done your research, and I really appreciate your efforts. But just wanting to wind up.
I'm all good.
I've got a quick one if you want it.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
In the Cocktail Connoisseurs message cards, there are several spooky sounding cocktails. Can you guess one? Who's
So
a cocktail
guess-
fan?
Oh my God, yum.
Okay, do you
Okay,
need
thanks, Malvina. You're in the running, but I'll keep you posted, Malvina. Goulash, Claire says.
no?
Goulash? No?
Should I do a clue?
Yeah, maybe if we do a clue.
Okay, here's a list of
Oh.
of some. Let me get that straight.
Mojito, Bloody Mary, Vampire Kiss, Yummo.
I'm
Oh no, not Venice. Just say Yummo. Perfect Storm.
Actually,
Oh,
did we have a Bloody Mary? Did I hear a Bloody Mary?
yeah, Bloody Mary.
Yeah, there's a Bloody Mary in there. So
Okay,
Robert,
so that's Robert.
winner, chicken dinner. But I like
Oh.
that. A bonus point for whoever said yummy, I reckon.
That was Malvina.
That's Malvina. Okay, all right. So we're on an equal tie between Robert, Claire, and Malvina.
Oh, a
And-
tiebreaker question for
I've
these
got
three
one.
only, Rhonda.
I've got
Yeah,
one.
and an equal. Yeah, did you want to ask? And an equal dud prize of Nancy and Chaley. So that they're the people who are going to get some random thing posted to them that I don't want or I want to give away. Okay, what's your one, Torspell?
All right, this is a spooky one too. So I come from Adelaide originally, and there's an orphanage. It's a ruin. It's now a millionaire's house. And whereabouts do you think it is, and what was the name of the orphanage?
So what's the name of the orphanage in Adelaide where you come from?
Yeah,
And
whereabouts?
whereabouts is it?
Yeah.
Can I give a clue that you can get there by public transport? Different modes of public transport?
Led by public transport.
Yeah. Harndorf is Claire's guess. Think of more near water.
Yes,
Harndorf's
Claire.
mine. Oh,
Yeah.
Claire says Glenelg.
No.
No, oh, it's not. Okay. Arradale.
Arradale.
I don't even know where that
Oh, no,
is.
that's
Robert.
That's in
That's-
Victoria. I've been
Oh, that's
there
in
too.
Victoria. Oh, okay. So it's not Harndorf. It's not Glenelg.
No.
Oh, that's a really tough one because they're sort of localized.
It starts
Elizabeth?
with a T. It starts with a T.
Starts with a T.
Yeah.
Township, if Adelaide. Yeah. Okay.
Not Elizabeth. No.
Well, Malvina got the T right.
It's a T sounding suburb, and it's near the beach.
Yeah.
And that's all the little
A T
T's.
sounding suburb near the beach.
Yeah.
In Adelaide.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. We're still guessing.
I don't even have any idea on this one. I have never been to South Australia.
Well, I thought it was Glenelg, so I got that wrong. All right. Any guesses? Torquay?
There is no Torquay in Adelaide.
Okay. All right.
That's in Victoria.
Okay. Yeah, it's spelled differently too. Anyone else? So we've also got Claire or Malvina.
Would you like to give me an answer?
Yeah, I don't think they're guessing it. Yeah. Oh,
All right,
Trundle?
Tennyson.
Tennyson. Okay. Thames, that's...
And that's near
That was a
Glen.
tricky one.
close, Rhonda. It is near.
Mm.
It's not.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. All right. Well, should we give it to Glenelg if that was the closest one then?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's okay. All right. So
So-
Claire, oh, sorry.
The name of the orphanage was Escort House, and me and my friend, we went in there and we saw the original ghost, and we got a bit confronted by orphanage kids, ghost children, trying to push us downstairs and stuff. So it was very.
Wow.
A Malaysian millionaire bought it, and he's made it into a house, which you'd have to do a lot of cleansing. Mm.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you. So Claire, you're the winner. Claire JJ.
Yay!
So I'm going to, if you look at my website going across rhondakelly.com, I'm going to give you my email address, Claire, if you can send me an email. That would be great. So that I know it's you. I still haven't drawn out the Booby Prize winner. It's between Nancy and Chailey or anyone else who hasn't said anything, hasn't guessed anything. Because if you haven't guessed anything, you haven't got any points. I might ask you a question. Is this year a decade birthday for me? Yes or no? So this is for the Booby Prize, if you wanted it all. But it's Nancy, Chailey. Might be a packet of bubblegum, might be a packet of Twisties,
Prize.
might be, I don't know, something random.
It might be
Might
a
be one of
half-eaten
these.
chocolate bar. It could be
Yeah.
anything.
Could be
Could
a
be.
chicken breast.
No. Okay. That's
Right.
incorrect, Nancy. It is a decade birthday for me. So it looks like Chailey is our winner of our Booby Prize. So Chailey, once again, if you can email me the email address that I've written.
Congratulations to our winners.
Yeah,
Yay.
congratulations to the Booby Prize winner Chailey and Claire JJ, who won a 20-minute reading with me, valued at $80. And it doesn't matter where you are, I can do that remotely. And I'll be in the States next week. If you are in the States on the West Coast, might work out. Otherwise, that's okay. We'll do it remotely. But thank you so much to Louise, Torspel, and Tinker. Amazing to have you. And obviously, Torspel and Tinker, you're going to be joining me at the Sydney MBS in
Yep.
October. Let me post that. And then at the Oddities Expo in December. And Louise, you're joining me at the Melbourne Oddities Expo.
I'm coming to Melbourne too.
And Melbourne as well. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful.
Meet you there.
Yeah, but thank you so much. I'll say,
Thanks for having us.
I was going to say
Hey.
good night, but I'll say bye.
Have a blessed Friday the 13th. Let all the witchy happiness cover you in good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Marlena.